Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with the final flip through and a few extra things I added in. So I went on an adventure with my family and best friend, and I did a few videos on the road, but between my voice going out and being exhausted, I only did 3 videos, but here is the final book along with a few extras. So here's the first page that I shared already, and some extra little pictures of me and my son right before we got in the car and headed out on our adventure. Here is us in West Virginia. Some of the items I have on here are not from the Fernwood collection, which is by Vicki Boutin, that I took to use for this, but I do have a perspective from Bramble Fox and a Jolie's. Here's some pictures of my kids at the West Virginia stop that we took, goofing around and being silly. They are not mad at each other. They're being funny. And then just of the road, because it was kind of rainy and yuck. Here is the next page. I did not create a video for this, but it is all Fernwood on here. And I'm just pointing out anything that I don't use from Fernwood. And here is my yummy food from this restaurant we stopped at called The Black Sheep. And it was very tasty. The next layout set I did do a video on, and I've got some Kaiser Crafts, some assemblage required wood veneer, and some Bramble Fox perspectives, as well as some enamel dots. Other than that, it's all Fernwood. Here is a cool 1-car bridge we went under or on. Us in the car getting ready to start our Gettysburg car tour, my son being very silly, and me and my best friend with some cannons. We saw quite a few of them. This is the view from the top of so this big platform I stepped up onto, and then me and my kids up there. There's a lot of steps, guys, and I don't do steps much because I got bad knees, but hey, I did it. I did lots of steps over this trip. This is the cemetery in Gettysburg. And then this is us at some shops. There's my daughter being silly, not really playing that bugle. And then me and my daughter and this creepy little thing. And then Tommy's Pizzas, where we ate in Gettysburg that night, which was super tasty as well. This is Arlington National Cemetery. I dulled this down a little, or toned it down, because it was such a somber and just amazing place. Here are some pictures from there. I will be scrapbooking all of these things in an actual, like a bigger book. But these were some of the pictures that just stood out to me that I thought would be kind of neat to tuck in this video. So it's almost like you all are coming along with me. So this is all pretty much Fernwood on this double layout of us in Arlington. I did not record a video for that, but this is what I got from the Weenie Beanie, which was actually really good in Arlington. This is us on the metro. And this, I'm back home, as you can tell by the mat underneath. I finished the rest of this at home. Like I said, I was exhausted. We were in DC for over 12 hours and didn't get back to our Airbnb until after midnight. So it was late. But I got a Dottie About flare, or the Flare Hut flare on there. My kids on the metro. This is us going up the escalator off the metro. And my son loves escalators. My son with some dinosaurs. Actually, I think that's a big sloth. And then my son being eaten by a hippopotamus. And then this is us in Washington, D.C. as well. And just a couple of the monuments. We went to a lot of them. And I walked all the way up the Lincoln Monument. And if you've never been, it's a lot of steps. I did use a stencil on here. It's a simple story stencil from leaves and a bunch of different colors. Just some fun pictures that we took of the kids. and around the monuments, and my son sitting on the Lincoln Memorial, or on the steps to Lincoln Memorial. And then this is also almost all from the collection. I did bring in some black soot. And then this is from a sticko thing that I took in my kit. And I did do a video building my kit in the beginning. Some pictures from the restaurant we ate in called The Bottom Line in DC. My kids and my best friend looking at the White House. Then we went on a ghost tour around the White House, which was really cool. And this guy led us and talked about all these different ghost sightings and things in DC. It was really pretty cool. Here's some signs from one of the houses that we went by. Here's a church that we went by as well. And then the next day after that, we went to go see my friend who I had not met in person, but have been the best of buddies with for a long time. And it was super exciting. I used a flare hut, and I also used that mountain ridge, which was by some assemblage required. And this is just some of the sights we saw on our way through Virginia. On our way home. And then the very last page, the story of us in photos. This is almost all from the collection, except the story came from a Bungalow Lane, and of us just came from a sticko set. I did print the map that I created on Google Maps, and then here are all the different places we were stopping. We did also go through West Virginia, 20 hours and 35 minutes in the car, and 1,188 miles, which of course did not include all the other mileage. But anyway, that was my trip. I hope that you all have enjoyed this scrapping on the road. I have loved this. I just added a couple extra pictures in the end of me and my best friend, who I adore, me and my sweet little girl, who's not so little anymore, and me and my son. I am so grateful that you all have come along on this journey with me, and I hope to do something like this again soon. So if you got any questions, let me know. If you liked it, like and subscribe would be awesome. Comments below would be great as well. Have a great day and happy scrapping.